Hello, and once again, we are live to the Modern Mystery School UK and EU podcast and YouTube channel. And today we are joined by the lovely Grace. Welcome back to the show, Grace. Welcome back. How are you doing?
I'm good. I'm very good. Thank you very much for having me. It's always a pleasure to have a chat.
Yes, and I really love this subject because we were just chatting before we jumped online, and we were discussing that the world's perception of joy and what it actually is. It's interesting, isn't it? So tell us a little bit about that, Grace. We have the Hermetic Joy class available, which is taught by a third order member, which in our Hermetic lineage means that somebody who's trained really, really hard and dedicated their life to service and to helping other people, and they've got all the keys, I guess, and they are the ones that they have all these keys, and they want to share them, and they want to get them out there. So when we go to study with a lineage holder, we get many different keys, and in this particular class, it's the Hermetic Joy class. And can you first tell me, why did you sign up for the Hermetic Joy class? What were your thoughts that it was going to be about? And then did that kind of, were you shocked with anything that you learned?
What got me very excited about this class was, to be honest, joy was lacking in my life, I think. I love my spiritual progression. I've enjoyed everything that I've done with the Modern Mystery School. I'm very committed to the path. But I think because of earlier programming, I actually thought that to be spiritual, subconsciously, I thought that, you had to embrace suffering. I know it's really perverse, but it was almost like I almost like it felt on a subconscious level that I couldn't be joyful and also spiritual. Then when I attended the class, it hit me that I was confusing happiness with joy. Like happiness is a feeling, and there's nothing wrong with feeling happy or sad or what. Sometimes, the situation, we're human, right? We have those feelings and emotions. We need to express it. But it's not a state of being. It's a feeling, it's an emotion. They ebb and flow, they change. So if we hold on to it, then it becomes an attachment that really doesn't serve us. But joy, on the other hand, is a state of being, right? And joy can exist even if your feelings change. So they can coexist. Today, I might be feeling sad because, well, something sad has happened, but I can still be in a state of joy. They're not mutually exclusive. That was a very big key for me. And I think to be on a path and to truly, serve the people around you and wider humanity, you need joy. Otherwise, there's no passion.
Yeah, I totally agree. And I think it's interesting, isn't it? Because when you come to a class on the path, you often see that the high energies, that the teachers, they're always jovial, joking around and having a giggle, and and it's very much part of that of learning. And for me, one of the most amazing teachings that I learned very early on was that if you're not having fun, then you're really not learning, because it's very difficult to learn when you're not having fun.
Yeah,
So you'll notice that in all of the classes, there's always a little bit of fun happening, or a little bit of something, and so that would flow over to the joy. Now, so in taking the class, it's a 1-day class. It's open to adepts, so it's open to people that are taking Empower Thyself. Would you say it was worth going? Would you say, what would be your take on it to other people? Can you share a little bit about that?
I think it's a very worthwhile class to go because I think that we need more of this energy, in the world. It's very easy, all of us will fall prey to it. So I'm not judging, right? You read the news, you see something on the street, but it's important to remember that what we send out in the world creates the world to a large extent. So I went to the class because I felt not only that I wanted joy in my own life, but I wanted to be able to send that out to the world, and that everybody around me can also be influenced, by the joy. And become joyful themselves. And it struck me when I was in the class that, like, of course, Ipsissimus was teaching the class, right? And his joy that was in his energy field, it really affected everyone else. And that's the power of the lineage, the power of the tools. What you send out is so important, right? And everyone can do it. Everyone can do it. I'm not saying, only one person can do it. We all can, but we have to have the tools and the keys. And it's definitely worth going because it really broadened my understanding of what joy really is, and the subconscious patterning that was within me that I didn't even realize, right? And what you said about fun, I think it was similar for me. I also thought that the spiritual path couldn't be fun. And then I would take it on and I'll take it on and I'll become really heavy and sometimes even resentful. And that's not the right energy. And it will never reap the fruit that you want it to reap, because to reap good fruit, you know, there has to be love. And if you're feeling in any way resentful, it's going to affect the fruit, right? So it's a big key for me. I'm not saying I don't have my moments, but you, joy is a choice, the state of being. And of course, with the tools, it's more helpful that you can shift your state. But I realize that you can shift your state. You're not always a victim of what's happening around you or even what is happening to you.
Yeah.
You can shift it.
I think that's a big key there. I think, for me, I've sat in the class a few times now. And what that was interesting to me is these are things that you might think you already know, but it's like it hits so deep. It's like, okay.
Aha! Aha! Aha
Now I get it.
moment.
Ah, and I think it just simplifies. It
Mm,
simplifies, how to have more joy in your life, that it, all the different teachings in there to support you to have that and to navigate yourself back to that state of being, to stay in that state of being. I really found that also. Was there anything, so has your life changed since then?
I wanted to add something. I wanted to say that
Mm.
it's also really empowering because you know that it is within your power to shift it. And that means that I don't have to just sit there and wait for circumstances that I cannot control to change because, well, I can't control those, but I can have mastery. I don't want to say control because control can, some people might think that's repression. It's not, but I mean it in an empowering way that I can truly shift my state of being. I have it within me, and that's the magic. And that's really empowering. And the many things that were in the class that I already logically knew, but I didn't really know it in my heart.
Mm.
So there were a few aha moments when I was like, I think I get it now. I mean, I got it here, but it didn't translate to here. So it was like I didn't fully understand it. Therefore, I couldn't live it. But when you understand it within your heart and your energy, it's very different. I don't know if I'm making sense, but that's how I experienced it.
Yeah, I think that makes perfect sense because it's like anything, isn't it? Logically not to have bad food and but we still go against that. We still don't exercise, all these different types of things. I just pick food because it's an easy,
Mm,
irrelevant, you know. But whatever it is, we know. But and it's as you say, unless it goes sinks into your being, into your heart, then you fully understand it, and then you can live it. It's like and I think that's the magic of the lineage. Full stop.
yeah. My life, I mean, I still have my moments, but I come out of things quicker, right? I remind myself, do you know what? I can shift out of this. It's okay. I can. I have it within me. I'm powerful. I'm strong, and I have the, I can lean on the light. It's fine. Like I can shift out of this. And for me, just that awareness, that realization was the big aha.
Amazing. Thank you so much. And I know it flies by when we're chatting for our 10-minute slots, but I think that gives people just, a taster of just how important this peace in everybody's life is, this joy. It's a huge piece. And I think it's wise to receive teachings and to receive support with that. So thank you for sharing your experience, and we always love having you on the show.
Thank you so much.
My pleasure. And if you would like to attend the Joy class, you can in September in London, and the details are on the website. It's open to all initiates, so people that have taken Empower Thyself. And if you want to take Empower Thyself, then contact us. We can connect you with a guide just about anywhere in the world, and we'll get that sorted for you. So take care for now, and thank you so much, Grace.
Thank you. Bye.